The United Nations Security Council's Sanctions Monitoring Report has named the Resistance Front, or TRF, as the group responsible for the 22nd April terror attack at Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir that claimed the lives of 26 civilians. Significantly, the UNSC team cited that the attack could not have happened without support from the Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba terror group. It's the first time that TRF, a wing of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, has been named in a UN document. New Delhi has been sharing with the 1267 Sanctions Committee information about TRF and its linkages with the Lashkar-e-Taiba since 2023. DD India's Dheeraj Das has more.
The United Nations Security Council has for the first time officially identified the Resistance Front, or the TRF, a proxy for the Lashkar-e-Taiba terror group, in a sanctions monitoring report as responsible for the terror attack in Pahalgam in India's Jammu and Kashmir on April 22 this year. The report by the UNSC's monitoring team quoted that the terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir could not have happened without Lashkar-e-Taiba's support, and that there was a relationship between LET and TRF. The monitoring team report also says 5 terrorists carried out the Pahalgam attack. India had been briefing the UNSC about the TRF since 2023. Last year, India, on 2 occasions, briefed the UNSC on the TRF's links to the LET. The development is particularly notable as all decisions of the 1267 Sanctions Committee, including monitoring team reports, are adopted by consensus by the members of the Security Council. The mention of the TRF in the monitoring team report is how the world views Pakistan's lies and deceitful narrative. This also marks the first mention of LET and Pakistan-based terror groups in the report since 2019. The inclusion of TRF in the report highlights Pakistan's undeniable involvement in fomenting terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir. Notably, on July 18, the United States officially designated the TRF as a foreign terrorist organization and specially designated global terrorist.
For the first time, the United Nations report mentions the Resistance Front, TRF, saying that member states have noted that one member state said the Pahalgam attack could not have happened without Lashkar-e-Taiba support, and there was a relationship between LET and TRF. Another member state said attack was carried out by TRF, which is synonymous with LET, and it mentions that Pakistan actually opposed it and said LET was defunded. So we were able to get into UN a recognition that TRF today is a proxy for the LET and is responsible for Pahalgam. Indian diplomacy has been successful in getting America to declare TRF as a global terrorist organization, in getting the UN Security Council monitoring team to accept that TRF today is a terrorist entity.
The External Affairs Minister also informed that the UNSC statement of the 25th April condemned in the strongest terms the Pahalgam terror attack.
The members of the Security Council condemned in the strongest terms the terrorist attack. They affirmed terrorism in all its forms and manifestations constitute one of the most serious threats to international peace and security. And most important, the Council underlined the need to hold the perpetrators, organizers, financiers, and sponsors of this reprehensible act of terrorism accountable and bring them to justice. I highlight this, Speaker, sir, because this statement of the UN Security Council resonated throughout the international community. So when many honorable members asked today, where was the world on Pahalgam? I think the answer is there.
In the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack, India launched Operation Sindoor, targeting terror infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The outcome demonstrates India's strong counter-terrorism credentials and its recognition by countries worldwide. Dheeraj Das for DD India.